You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Bears fans, we are another day closer to the 2024 NFL Draft. And before I go any further with today's episode of Keek on the Mic, I want to remind you guys once again that Keek on the Mic will be going live for round one of the 2024 NFL Draft. Make sure you come in here live and have a great time with me and one of my buddies as we react to the very first round of the 2024 NFL Draft. I'm actually giving away 2 Chicago Bears draft caps. I'm also giving away some Keek on the Mic hats and shirts as well. So you guys do not want to miss the opportunity to win some very cool prizes on draft night live right here on Keek on the Mic. I hope to see every single one of you guys there. So Bears fans, the Chicago Bears continue to conduct their top 30 visits. Obviously, we already met with Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, Brock Bowers, Cameron Kitchens, and the list goes on and on and on. And starting this week, the Chicago Bears are meeting with some of my favorite prospects in the 2024 NFL Draft. As soon as today, the Chicago Bears will be meeting with Marvin Harrison Jr., wide receiver out of Ohio State, Latu Latu, edge rusher out of UCLA, and wide receiver Xavier Worthy, the wide receiver out of Texas. And I'm also going to be meeting with wide receiver Malik Nabers on Wednesday, the wide receiver out of LSU. So obviously those are some really, really intriguing prospects. You guys all know how I feel about Marvin Harrison Jr. I already know that it's a pipe dream. I know the Chicago Bears basically have no chance to land a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr., but you guys have to admit that's a cool and very fun idea to imagine Caleb Williams with a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. Obviously, you pair Marvin Harrison Jr. with Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, right? With Caleb Williams, this would be one of the most explosive offenses in the National Football League. But I'm still glad the Bears are doing their due diligence just in case Marvin Harrison Jr. does happen to fall to the number 9 overall pick. You never know what's going to happen. I have seen crazier things happen in past NFL drafts. Maybe the Chicago Bears get lucky and Marvin Harrison Jr. does fall to the number 9 overall pick. But I do understand that's a pipe dream. But I am happy that Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears are doing their due diligence and bringing in Marvin Harrison Jr. for a top 30 visit. Let's move on and talk about Laiatu Latu. Everyone knows that I absolutely love Latu as an edge rusher prospect in the 2024 NFL Draft. Once again, if he did not have that neck injury in 2021, Laiatu Latu would be the best edge rushing prospect in the 2024 NFL Draft. He was the most productive edge rusher in the last 2 seasons in college football. Once again, 12 sacks in 2022. And what does he do? He follows it up with 15 sacks in 2023. Laiatu Latu is an absolute beast. And the one big reason why I'm so connected to a guy like Latu, he actually went to Jesuit High School in California, in Sacramento. That is very close to me. So obviously that would be huge for someone like me to support a guy like Latu going to my favorite team like the Chicago Bears. But Laiatu Latu is a very intriguing edge rushing prospect. I think if the Bears decide to trade down from the number 9 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, he would possibly be a prime candidate to select with that second first-round pick that the Chicago Bears have in the 2024 NFL Draft. And I feel like if you're able to trade down and land a guy like Latu, that would be an absolutely solid pick for the Chicago Bears. Obviously, Ryan Poles and the Bears could decide to maybe pick a guy like Latu at number 9 overall. I think he is going to be a very good prospect in the National Football League. I think if you pair him with a guy like Montez Sweat, I think that would be a very good pairing in the National Football League. A guy like Latu absolutely lives in the backfield. I think his success will continue in the NFL. And now an interesting prospect in Xavier Worthy. Obviously, he's the one that broke the 40-yard dash combine record with a 4.21 40-yard dash. Kind of looking like me out there. Obviously, I don't run a 4.21, but I like to think in my head that I actually can run that fast. Xavier Worthy is an absolutely explosive prospect out of Texas. Stands at 6'1", 172 pounds. He had 75 catches for over 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2023 at Texas. And in 3 years at Texas, he had 25 touchdown receptions. So obviously a very productive player while at Texas. I'm not a big candidate or a big fan of taking a guy like Worthy at number 9 overall, but maybe if the Chicago Bears decide to trade down from number 9 overall in the 2024 NFL draft, maybe he could possibly be a prime candidate to be that second first-round pick for the Chicago Bears. Obviously, the Bears are kind of in a need of a receiver, and I think he would be a really good option in a trade down. I wouldn't take him at 9, but I think he's a really intriguing prospect. Most of the time when you see guys that run fast at the combine, they don't usually work out. This guy was really productive at Texas, and I think he would also be really good alongside DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. He would give Caleb Williams yet another explosive weapon on the Chicago Bears offense. Last but not least, Malik Nabers visiting the Chicago Bears on Wednesday. Once again, one of the best receivers in the 2024 NFL draft. I know there's a lot of people saying that he is wide receiver 1 ahead of a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. I feel like all the receivers are very good in this year's draft, down to the first round receivers, second round receivers, even round 3 receivers in the 2024 NFL draft are very, very good. There's a lot of good receivers to choose from in this year's draft class for the Chicago Bears. But obviously, Malik Nabers is that guy. A lot of people call him DJ Moore 2.0. So could you imagine having Malik Nabers and DJ Moore on the same offense? I think Caleb Williams and Malik Nabers will be absolutely explosive together on the Chicago Bears offense. Once again, the Chicago Bears just doing their due diligence and trying to bring in the best prospects into Hallis Hall for top 30 visits. I'm really glad that they're getting these visits done. Once again, Malik Nabers may be an option at number 9 if he falls. I think he's going to be a top 5, top 6 pick in the 2024 NFL draft, much like a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. But if any of those guys fall to number 9, I personally think that the Chicago Bears could strongly consider drafting a guy like Malik Nabers. He'd be a very explosive piece to the Chicago Bears offense alongside Caleb Williams as well. But all in all, Bears fans, Ryan Poles will continue to do his due diligence, bring in the best players available for the top 30 visits. Obviously, I just wanted to come on here really quick and give you guys an update of who they actually met with at Hallis Hall in Chicago. Obviously, this week was a huge week as they brought in Marvin Harrison Jr., Latu Latu, Xavier Worthy, and then Malik Nabers on Wednesday. So obviously some big-time talent in the 2024 NFL draft. But Bears fans, before I let you guys go, who is your favorite prospect that the Chicago Bears have met with so far? Once again, they met with guys like Caleb Williams, Dallas Turner, Roma Dunze. Now they're meeting with Malik Nabers, MHJ, Laiatu Latu, Xavier Worthy, and the list goes on and on. So let me know which prospect that the Chicago Bears have met with already or are planning to meet with in the future. Let me know down below which one is your favorite prospect in the 2024 NFL draft. But all in all, Bears fans, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. And make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for our all-new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys. And as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Geek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.